I wipe the floor with all of you. Come on, John. I wipe the floor with all of you. Come on, John. Let's go.
The theatre, the WWE style build-up, from John Fury is just, it was an act today. It was a parody. He quietened down. I'm glad. I didn't know there was perspex.
Won't be any more of it, that's for sure. And everybody wants to show some respect to each other. And let's see the fight where it should happen in the ring on Saturday.
John Fury and Eddie Hall get heated at the airport ahead of Tommy Fury's fight. The situation quickly turns ugly as John Fury steps directly up to Eddie Hall, confronting him face-to-face and shoving him during a tense exchange. Voices rise as John loses his temper, warning Eddie that Tommy Fury will completely destroy him in the ring, turning the airport confrontation into chaos.
There's a million security men. If you think you can take it, drink ball. I'll make it.
John Fury refuses to hold back after the airport clash, aggressively backing Tommy Fury and insisting Eddie Hall has no idea what he is stepping into. According to John, Eddie will be overwhelmed once real boxing pressure is applied. He believes Tommy will break Eddie's rhythm early, punish him with sharp combinations, and expose the gap in skill and experience.
Tommy's going to do the chin with him, as you've seen today. Eddie Hall, when Tommy's fought, he don't know what fighting him. He don't know what he's in for. He thinks because Tommy's small, Tommy's like a pocket rocket, isn't he, compared to him? And I got that body belt and I'm feeling the power. He can't take that. That's why he wants to do 2-minute rounds, isn't it?
Eddie Hall admits John Fury is extremely hot-headed and says that kind of behavior can be both helpful and dangerous in combat sports. He points out that John's temper has created problems in the past and believes emotions are running high around the fight. However, Eddie also notes that uncontrolled aggression can easily backfire, especially against a composed boxer like Tommy Fury who stays patient and picks his shots carefully.
But yeah, he's very hot-headed, which I think is a good thing for him, but also a bad thing for him. The guy's done time for being hot-headed.
Tommy Fury makes it clear that raw strength means nothing in boxing. He says if being the strongest man in the world automatically made someone a great fighter, everyone would become a champion. Tommy stresses that boxing is built on timing, technique, ring IQ, and awareness, not just physical power. Heading into the fight with Eddie Hall, he is confident he can expose that difference and prove that experience beats brute strength.
If strongmen, being the strongest man in the world and picking up half a ton meant you was the best fighter of all, everyone would be a world champion, wouldn't they? If being big and strong meant you could fight, everyone would be a world champion. But in this game, it's not about how much weight you can lift. It's not about how strong you are. There's a ton more things to the fight game, and that's what I'm looking to show Eddie.
John Fury doubles down by insisting Eddie Hall is underestimating Tommy Fury because of his size. He describes Tommy as a pocket rocket and says Eddie will be shocked by Tommy's speed and power once they step into the ring. John also questions the idea of shorter rounds, suggesting Eddie may be trying to avoid the full demands and conditioning required in boxing.
What he's in for. He thinks because Tommy's small, Tommy's like a pocket rocket, isn't he, compared to him? And I got that body belt and I'm feeling the power. He can't take that. That's why he wants to do 2-minute rounds, isn't it? He can't do the 3. I can't blame him. You've got to give Eddie all props because he's not a fighter. He's going to get in with Tommy knowing full well what can happen to him. And the only thing he's going to try and do is swing.
Wade Clemens breaks down what he sees as Eddie Hall's biggest weakness, saying Eddie relies far too heavily on one powerful right hand without truly understanding how to set it up. According to Clemens, Eddie lacks key boxing fundamentals like timing, distance control, rhythm, and patience. He warns that constantly throwing power shots could quickly drain Eddie's energy and leave him vulnerable against a more technical fighter like Tommy Fury.
Pull off a miracle right hand. What I'm seeing makes me even more skeptical that that's possible because he doesn't understand space and distance. He doesn't understand timing and rhythm. He doesn't understand how valuable his right hand is. And it seems like I'm being counterintuitive because all he's throwing is right hands, but he needs to value that thing. It needs to be, like I said, a weapon of mass destruction. You only bring it out at certain points so Tommy doesn't get a read on it, and also so you don't get...
Johnny Nelson explains that John Fury is an emotional personality who often gets caught up in heated moments and reacts before thinking things through. He says situations like the airport clash show how quickly John can lose control when tensions rise. Nelson believes the pressure is now on John Fury to remain calm because any further incidents could create even more controversy around the fight buildup.
Pressure is now on John to behave himself. He's distracted a lot of attention and talk, and I'm quite sure someone will have a word with him out there.
Tommy Fury says the real tension is between Eddie Hall and John Fury rather than himself personally. He claims he only accepted the fight because of the ongoing issues involving his father and says Eddie has been targeting the Fury name from the beginning. Tommy believes Eddie wanted a fight with the Furious, and now he finally has one, setting up an intensely personal rivalry.
I mean, at the end of the day, the real beef is between Eddie and my dad. You know, that's genuinely what has happened here. I'm only doing this fight because of my dad. So the real beef is between Eddie and my dad, and I'm obviously just stepping up to the plate. Tyson's on a different stratosphere. Basically, Eddie was having a pop between all the Furies. You know, he wanted to fight with the Fury.
Eddie Hearn believes the clash between John Fury and Eddie Hall crossed the line into something too personal and unnecessary, even if it increases interest in the fight. He points out that moments like these are controversial in boxing, but they still generate massive publicity and attract attention whether people approve of the behavior or not.
I mean, listen, it's boxing, it's family. John's John. Both goading each other. Both very personal. Both means a lot to everybody. Shouldn't have done it.
Simon Jordan describes John Fury's conduct as thuggish, vulgar, and damaging to boxing's image. However, he also argues that people should not be surprised because John Fury has a long history of controversy and aggressive behavior. Jordan believes boxing fans often expect too much politeness from a sport built around violence and confrontation, and sees the incident as part of the chaotic nature of fight culture.
No, not really. It's thuggish behaviour. John Fury's, is boorish, thuggish, unedifying, unpalatable, uncouth, vulgar behaviour. Absolutely. But what do you expect from John Fury? John Fury's been in prison for gouging someone's eyes out. What did you expect him to do? Convert into a Samaritan? Is it a nice look? No. Was it a nice look over the years in boxing about so many things? This ridiculous sentimentalising of society and expecting everyone to behave in their best version.
Eddie Hall expresses frustration with the constant trash talk and confrontations surrounding him. He says too many people act tough outside the ring by shouting, threatening, and creating drama without proving themselves when it actually matters. Eddie challenges everyone involved to stop talking and settle things properly in competition, insisting actions matter more than words. For him, the situation has become genuinely personal rather than simple promotion.
I was just so fed up. I was trying to get in nowhere with these guys. I'm like, look, you talk the talk, you fucking walk around headbutting and smacking people and punching windows and whatever else. I said, well, why don't you guys fucking put your money where your mouth is for once and fucking do something? And
Wade Clemens gives a harsh review of Eddie Hall's recent sparring footage, calling it abysmal and questioning what kind of progress Eddie is actually making in training. He suggests there is little structure or direction behind the preparation and warns that without major improvements, Eddie could struggle badly once he faces real boxing pressure in the ring.
The new sparring footage that I just saw is abysmal. I don't know what Eddie's been training. I don't know who has been training him. I know that he has been training, but my goodness, I don't know who with, what they're supposed to be working on or why. But let me just show you what I mean. Eddie Hall, training footage and sparring footage just dropped, and
Frank Warren explains that the fight has captured huge attention because it combines danger, entertainment, and massive financial stakes. He admits boxing is risky, but says a promoter's job is to create fights that are commercially huge while still giving fighters opportunities to advance their careers. In his view, this matchup succeeds on both fronts by generating enormous interest.
Grabbed everybody's attention for various reasons. And they're getting, Tommy's getting life-changing money. And, I can't knock that. You're in the ring, it's a dangerous place to be. And, my job is if I see a fight that I feel he can win and I'll put him into it, then I'll do that. And it gets him, gets him further up the ladder. Not only do I think he can win it, I think, obviously this is a high-profile fight, but he's getting a truckload of money for it. So,
Dave Allen reacts with surprise to the matchup, saying it feels bizarre to see the world's strongest man stepping into a boxing ring against Tommy Fury. He jokes that the two could almost be friends outside the sport, while also suggesting both men are probably earning huge money from the event. Allen views the fight more as a crossover spectacle than a traditional boxing contest. 15.
World's strongest man, amazing. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant. He's fighting Tommy Fury. I thought they were mates. They probably are mates. They're probably making a fucking fortune as well.
Despite criticizing the event from a pure boxing perspective, Dave Allen admits he will still watch it because it remains entertaining. He says modern boxing increasingly includes exhibition fights and crossover matchups that blur the line between sport and spectacle. While he calls it nonsense competitively, he understands why fans continue to tune in.
I watch it. I like Tommy Fury a lot. I'm a Tommy Fury fan. Eddie Hall. I'm an Eddie Hall fan. I like the world's strongest man. A lot of respect for him. So of course I'll watch it. I'll watch it as it's a spectacle in it. It's part of the new bit of circusry that's come into boxing. All these exhibitions, different people from different sports coming in. But for all intents and purposes, as a boxing match, what a load of bollocks. Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't like it too much. But I'll watch it because it's like it's interesting in lots of ways, and I think people find it interesting.
Vidal Riley reflects on sparring Eddie Hall and says Eddie's sheer size and physical strength are genuinely impressive. Still, he believes Tommy Fury's boxing experience should ultimately give him the edge. Riley admits there is always unpredictability when facing someone as powerful as Eddie, but overall sees the matchup as smart business and strong entertainment value.
Eddie, when I sparred Eddie, he was 140 kg. I don't know how much he's gonna have to be for Tommy, but Tommy should win, innit? Like, should win. But Eddie Hall, who knows? It makes sense for Tommy, innit? It's a good fight. It's a good.
Simon Jordan calls the matchup a fun entertainment event rather than a serious elite-level boxing contest. While he respects the danger Eddie Hall brings because of his size and power, he still views the fight primarily as a crossover attraction designed for spectacle. He even jokingly comments that he would not mind seeing Tommy Fury take a few shots, highlighting how polarizing the matchup has become.
I mean, won't it? If it's a good, fun event and you take it for what it is, I mean, I wouldn't want to be in it. You know, I wouldn't want to be across the ring from this fella. But notwithstanding, I'm quite happy for Tommy Fury to get a punch in the face.
Wade Plumman believes Tommy Fury should eventually take control of the fight once Eddie Hall slows down after the opening rounds. He says Eddie relies too heavily on wild power punches and lacks proper boxing fundamentals such as defense, timing, and ring awareness. While acknowledging Tommy is not an elite-level boxer himself, Plumman argues Tommy should still possess enough technical ability to avoid danger and secure a comfortable win.
He's going to take it seriously. Now, I expect Tommy to pretty much do what he wants with him if he can get, Eddie to relax a little bit after the first, second, and maybe third round. Because as big as Eddie is and as athletic as he is, he can't box very much. He's not a great boxer. He swings for the bleachers. He's got great power, obviously, and he's a good athlete. Like, he's a really good quick-twitch athlete. But even in the Hafthor Bjornsson fight, I can't even believe we're referencing this in terms of a Tommy Fury fight, but even in that fight, I know Eddie had like one arm because he had a shoulder messed up, but Thor outboxed him and stuck a left hand on him. He was the southpaw. It was tricky, but listen, and Tommy is not like a high-level operator.
Aspinall describes the matchup as interesting because both men bring completely different strengths into the ring. He points out that Tommy Fury has spent his life training in boxing, giving him a natural advantage in skill and experience. However, Aspinall warns against underestimating Eddie Hall, saying he carries legitimate knockout power and only needs one clean shot to change the fight instantly. To him, the matchup represents technique versus raw strength and unpredictability. 20. Tommy Fury confidently says that while Eddie Hall may be physically massive and heavily muscled, muscles do not automatically create boxing ability or durability.
Tommy is obviously a boxer. Eddie can fight as well, though, to be fair. So, yeah.
You've trained with both of them, though.
I've trained with both of them.
What's the skills? What's the breakdown for this?
Tommy's been boxing all his life, so you would think that the edge should go to Tommy, but Eddie can actually genuinely fight.
He emphasizes that muscles do not protect a chin and believes the fight will expose the difference between strength training and real boxing skill. Tommy says boxing history is full of powerful men who still struggled
once they faced experienced fighters with proper timing and technique.
Right, I mean, Eddie's got muscles all over his body, but he can't put muscles on chins. So, and that's what I'm about to expose. Listen, we've seen good big men, you know, in the ring all the time. But what's different, you know, the muscles can't get on the chin, and I'm looking to find that chin. So.